Hey, happy Sunday, happy autumn to you. This is Mike Bowen, USA Triathlon Rules Ambassador for the Southeast region. Recently, probably a couple weeks back, I got a email question from a very, very good friend of mine, and he was asking me about what a competitive rules official could or should do if they were ever confronted with an athlete drinking beer or smoking marijuana while participating at a USAT sanctioned event. Because there are some states right now where you have medicinal marijuana, or you have legalized or decriminalized use of marijuana. The long answer pretty much is, the federal government doesn't allow citizens to possess, use, or distribute marijuana. So, and then of course you've got the International Olympic Committee and the International Triathlon Union and the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee and the anti-doping policies and all that sort of stuff, which is all incorporated in full by USA Triathlon. And each of our members are responsible to comply in that, okay? So marijuana, starting straight up, is part of the WADA in competition prohibited list of substances and methods. But you know what? Competitive rules officials are not part of considered part of the anti-doping police, so to speak, okay? Competitive rules, USAT's competitive rules don't necessarily specifically state that alcohol or marijuana, which are depressants, cannot be used at an event. However, participants are charged to conduct themselves in a manner that's not offensive to others and considered reasonable and acceptable in the community. And that's competition rule 3.1, okay? So specifically here in the Southeast, if you're a runner or a triathlete, most folks don't think too much about having a beer at 9 o'clock in the morning after going out for a 5K run or doing a sprint triathlon. All right. So let's talk again about an athlete who's using medicinal marijuana. And that's their own personal thing. Okay. Obviously, they got permission from a doctor, and that's between them and their medical practitioner. Okay. If they're using it, they may not necessarily meet what is known as a, quote, generally accepted standard of good health in accordance with USAT Competition Rule 3.1 Bravo. But that's the decision of the race director to determine whether or not the athlete should participate in triathlon, period, and not necessarily that of competitive rules official. All right. If there is a protest on the part of somebody else in their age group, that thinks that they're not eligible to participate, or they have illegal equipment, that could be an aggrieved athlete could submit a protest on that in accordance with competitive rule 10.1 and 10.2. Don't know if that's going to happen. That seems pretty much way out there, okay? Competitive rules officials, depending upon the opinion of the head referee, might consider any sort of paraphernalia or beverage container to be a dangerous item. Let's say you've got a 16-ounce can of American lager, whatever have you, in your bike bottle holder. They could look at that as a dangerous item, but that's kind of squeaking it too. And the athlete would be subject to a variable time penalty in accordance with Comp Rule 3.4I, unauthorized accessories, or 3.4K as unauthorized equipment. Beer can in the bottle holder or roach clip attached to the bento box might not be so outrageous in most communities, okay? However, it is the responsibility of the competitive rules official to make sure that other athletes are safe. I mean, actually all athletes at the event are safe, okay? And to penalize an athlete who may be progressing dangerously on the course under 3.4 Lima, or for the run and event in general, or 3.4 5.5 if it's on the bike course, or engaging in unsportsmanlike or obstructive conduct if they just decide that they're going to be an absolute knucklehead in transition or along the course or even after the event proper. Because an athlete drank a couple beers or smoked a joint, kind of sort of beside the point, okay? Local cops and drug testers, they can take care of that side of the equation. So the short answer to all that is, drinking beer, smoking marijuana at an event, okay. Short answer is competitive rules officials are responsible to encourage safe and fair behavior at events. If an athlete's use leads to displaying dangerous or unsporting behavior, then we write the violations and penalize according to the competitive rules, all right? As always, I'll try to do better next time. We're nearing the end of the season, so you may not hear anything from me for a while. If you have any questions, please reach me on Facebook at facebook.com/USAT Rules Guy or michael.s.bowen@gmail.com. Have a fantastic weekend. Bye-bye.